podium here and cheat a little bit because I need a cheat sheet unlike everybody else. So everybody knows why we're here tonight, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's 4 little letters. It's H-O-P-E. It's hope. My name is Brian Wayner, and I'm captain of Bartlett's Bikers. And Dr. Bartlett saved my life. I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed with stage 4 follicular lymphoma in the fall of 2008. I was very confused. I did not have any hope, and that's when I met Dr. Bartlett. I don't know if any of you have ever been so scared that you curl up in a fetal position and you're just scared for your life, but that's the way I was. And that's when I met Dr. Bartlett. She told me that I wasn't going to die. Those were obviously very nice words to hear. She told me I was going to live. She told me the type of cancer that I had was not curable, but it was very treatable. We're talking about my life here, so I'm going to get a second opinion. World-class doctor tonight. I'm sorry, Dr. Bartlett. So we go, my wife and I, Robin, went down to MD Anderson Hospital in Houston, Texas. I always heard about MD Anderson, and when I went down there, they told me that we have a world-class hospital up here at Sightman, and I have a world-class doctor in Dr. Bartlett. They said they'd love to have me as a patient, but there was no reason for them to have me as a patient. I have the best of the best right here in my backyard. At Sightman, I did the conventional chemo, and when I came out, I was in full remission. I am in full remission now. It's 2008, so it's been about 3 years. I feel great. I have no physical limitations. I can train for a try if I want to. I can do a marathon if I want to. I'm thinking maybe about doing a 3-mile swim in Lake Michigan in Chicago this summer. I can do anything I want to do. And I have Dr. Bartlett and her team at Sightman, and it is a team effort at Sightman to thank for all this. So many people have helped me out on my journey. And you know, if you're sitting here, how many people helped you? Or perhaps you were one of the people that held a hand with maybe somebody that was going through chemo. And if you're sitting here right now and looking at me, you are a caring person. You know how to pay it forward. Pedal to Cause is kind of like the movie Pay It Forward. You raise money, and those monies go towards helping people in the future. They save lives. The way that I attempt to pay it forward is to be an inspiration to those who will be faced with the challenge of cancer. I want them to know that there is life after chemo. Before I was diagnosed, I'd run marathons, and I had survived a 14-hour Ironman. I went in the water at sunrise, and I came out after the finish line after the sun had set. And as you know, cancer does not discriminate against anyone. And a person in that good a shape should not get cancer, right? Terry Reeves, no. It's wrong. Anybody can get the cancer. So Dr. Bartlett is the reason I'm here. After an exam last year, I asked her what I could do to help. And then she mentioned something about a bike ride in the fall. And I said, that sounded good. What are we going to do? So little did I know that 21 riders later, and a 50-mile bike ride with Dr. Bartlett that was very special to me, that we would raise approximately $38,000. Last weekend was a very sad weekend for me, as a dear friend of mine passed away. From a very serious and rare form of lymphoma and leukemia. Her name was Chris Shell. She was part of our running group. She did triathlons, she did marathons. She was in great shape, and she was only 40 years old. She was a loving mom, daughter, and wife. She touched the lives of many people, both figuratively and literally, as a physical therapist. She was a Cub Scout den mother. Ironically, in 2004, she raised money for the Lymphoma and Leukemia Society. In 2006, 6 of us, including Chris, raised money for St. Jude Children's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. And then in 2011, it was because of her that I became captain of Bartlett's Bikers. I thought she'd be great at it. She thought I'd be great at it. So she told me that I would be great at it, and I said, okay, I will happily be the captain. So just 4 months ago, Chris rode 22 miles at Pedal the Cause. And then a couple weeks after that, she did a half marathon. And she, like me and others here, was a yellow jersey recipient. So if I could, she has, her mom is here, and her 2 aunts are here. So Kathy, her mom, Kathy, if you would not mind coming up, and Dr. Bartlett, if you would come up, please. And so I would like Dr. Bartlett to present Kathy and Chris's memory of the yellow jersey.
I don't have any prepared remarks, but I just want to tell you that Chris is why we do this, and she was an amazing woman, and we obviously don't have all the answers yet, and hopefully with more Pedal the Causes and more money raised, we will find the answers for Chris and all of our other cancer patients who don't have an answer yet. So we'll keep writing, and Bartlett's Bikers are writing for Chris this year.
So Dr. Bartlett said, we don't want any more stories like Chris Shell's. We need to find cures for these diseases. Last night was Chris's memorial celebration, and Dr. Bartlett was there. We really don't need a lady, we really don't need her to be attending funerals. We want her out doing bike rides and celebrating life. So it's through organizations such as Pedal the Cause that there is hope. And if you've been in my shoes, you know that's the one thing that you need is hope. Thank you.